Hello everyone, let's do this old school YouTube style. This is a video response for you, Mystic Blue. I read your comment. You pretty much bring up the pink tax. I don't know if you called it by that, but that's really essentially what you're talking about. You bring up razors costing more for women. Guess what? I have those cheap razors from Walmart, the Equate brand. Two blades, comfort strip. They do a fine job. But nowhere on that package does it say for men only. As a matter of fact, the pink ones don't say for women only. There's no razor police out there going to kick down your door and be like, "Halt, lady, you're using a man-only razor." It's just not going to happen. You're free to buy whichever one you want. But women, for some reason, think, well, it's more expensive. Must be an assault on women. No, women are willing to pay more because the health and beauty industry tends to lean or skew heavily towards females. That's why men buy stuff like this. Men 3-in-1. This is shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. I love it. Smells like Irish Spring. Gets me clean. No muss, no fuss. Most women would be abhorred. They'd be like, no, you have to have a soap for your forehead, and then another soap for your cheeks, then another soap to exfoliate your elbows, and then you got to have another soap for your vajayjay and your butthole. And you guys have like a million soaps. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. But don't say, it's more expensive to be a woman. You choose to be that careful. Me, I don't care. The same soap that goes in my face goes in my butthole. I don't really care, right? As long as neither of them stink, I'm happy. It's a no-brainer. What's funny is if you actually look at the ingredients, they're pretty much all the same, right? Like you look at this shampoo here, and you look at this. It's water, sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium chloride, water, sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium chloride. It's pretty much the same stuff. This one's a little bit thicker. They know they got us. They know that dumb consumers will buy the stuff. But I buy the cheap 95-cent ones, right? I also buy the cheap Suave deodorant. You know why? Because men's deodorant tends to be a little bit more expensive, I find. But this Suave comes in like baby powder scent and a couple other neutral scents like coconut. A woman smells like coconut, great. If a man smells like coconut, I'm sure that's fine too. I don't mind smelling like a coconut. I've never had a coworker get mad at me for smelling like coconut. Usually if they can smell my armpits and tell me what my deodorant smells like, I'm going to be like, bro, you need to move a little bit away from me. Or I'll say, would you prefer I don't wear deodorant? Every single time the dude's going to be like, nope, keep rocking the coconut, bro. Because that's just the way life goes. This stuff is 97 cents. I buy them when they're on sale. Buy them by usually like 9 or 10 of them. Keep good stock, right? That's because I'm a savvy shopper. I don't worry that people are going to be like, oh, is that a manly soap? Oh, that's not Old Spice, is it? If it's not Old Spice, you're a female. I don't really care what you think. These are pretty much gender neutral products. You buy them, you use them. Here I have lotion. Suave. Does a good job. Doesn't say on here men or women. Basically, it's for people with skin. Go figure. So you don't have to pretend that there's this pink tax or misunderstand and think that there's a pink tax. Yes, some things are more expensive. Women spend a tremendous amount. They spend billions on makeup. They spend way more on clothing because you guys have to have outfits. Men are like 5 shirts and 3 pairs of jeans. I can rotate them and man, I'm good for 2 weeks worth of clothing, right? Women are like, oh no, I can only wear that blouse with this pair of shoes and that short pair of pants. Can't mix and match. Some women do. My daughter is a very pragmatic young lady. She doesn't necessarily buy outfits. She buys clothing that she can mix and match because she's on a budget. She buys the most affordable hygiene products. And every now and then she splurges on the things that she needs. It's funny, Mystic Blue, you always infer that I don't listen to people. I don't talk to women enough. I have sisters. I have a daughter. I talk to women. I talk to men about this. I read articles. I know the arguments. of the pink tax and the patriarchy and misandry and misogyny and all of these conversations, I'm smart enough to realize that if you have the feeling that you need to buy a pink razor and only a pink razor, that you're kidding yourself, that you're ruining yourself or spoiling an opportunity to save money. Buy the blue razor, but I want the pink one. Then buy the pink one and just deal with it. But why can't it cost the same? Because millions of women are happy to buy that stuff. That's why you can go into the shampoo aisle and there's 87-cent bottles of shampoo, and then there's $15 bottles of shampoo. And believe me, I worked for Georgia Pacific, a huge chemical corporation, and one of the college degree lab workers there, actually two of them confirmed this. He worked for, I believe it was L'Oreal, he said. I think it was L'Oreal. He said that they were making shampoos and such. And he said that their bottom of the line product was not much different than the top of the line product. That when they put the Pro Vitamin E or Pro Vitamins into the most expensive product they only had to put enough that it was detectable in a laboratory. That it wasn't really that effective. But as long as you could pick it up in the lab, they could say that it was stocked with Pro Vitamins. And he said from experience that usually the detergents and body washes and hairsprays and shampoos and conditioners, it's a racket. They make them either feel more luxurious with texture or smell more luxurious, but the cleaning efficacy isn't really any different. That there's no need to buy a $10 bottle of shampoo over, let's say, $2 bottle of shampoo. But some people just can't get it through their heads. So I hope this helps you to understand my viewpoint. Yes, some things cost more for women. But my point was removing the taxes on feminine hygiene products was absurd if you're also not going to remove the tax from toilet paper. That's also a hygiene product and a basic human need, right? But then where do you stop? Food is a basic human need. Clothing is a basic human need. So one could logically extrapolate and say almost everything is a basic human need. So where do you draw the line? But you wanted to go from me talking about the nonsense of removing a 70-cent tax. It was only going to save taxpayers 70 cents a month by repealing the taxes on feminine hygiene products. And I argue that that money was better suited to fix some other dire, important issues that state is having, like lack of good drinking water for Flint, Michigan, which has been a huge debacle. But you decided to zero in on the pink tax because what? Feminine hygiene products instantly means it's the same. We're not talking about the price of products. I was talking about the tax or not taxing of a product. That's the difference. If you think tampons are overpriced, buy generic tampons. If you think razor blades are overpriced because they're pink, then buy the blue ones. That's all I'm saying. I've talked to people, I've listened, and another thing that I've done, I've thought about it. And that's a real important thing. Thank you, Mystic Blue. Have a nice day.